So welcome, Matthias Leybold.
Thank you, Nuria. So earlier this summer, I actually came across a fantastic new personal assistant who I can tell, can you please make a hairdresser's appointment or book me a table in the restaurant? And this assistant would do that really well and be really liked by the restaurant in question. They didn't know that it was a machine. I don't know if you have come across Google Duplex, the newest milestone in this, what we call the digital decade of inventions that we've seen. And if you can relate to the massive impact that this kind of innovation will have also in the corporate world a few years down the line. Our recent Workforce of the Future study has revealed that almost 90% of the participants think that it's technology innovation which will have the biggest impact on how we change the ways in which we work. And this is also what I want to focus the next, I guess, 7.5 minutes around. How technology that's actually available today already can have an impact on the way in which the HR function and employees can better interact with each other. We regularly speak and work with leaders in the HR function. I do that a lot with Sarah sitting there in the back. And these are actually literally notes I've taken in some of those conversations around the challenges that they feel the HR function is confronted with when wanting to offer better employee experience, especially when dealing in the communication topic. The first point is, we've got so many, that was a manufacturing client, so many different types of people who work for us. We've got people on the production floor who hardly ever see a computer. And on the other hand, we have people in R&D who sit all day in front of their computers. They have totally different preferences of how they want to interact with us from HR. We have the young, new entrants, the millennials who are surgically attached to their mobile device. And we've got the almost retired people, really valuable, but they also talk to us very, very differently. We're international. We have different cultures, different ways of talking to each other. And certainly an important point, a lot of these companies grow. They grow inorganically by 30%, by 50%, and their HR functions have to deal with a lot more employees to cater for. And last but certainly not least, there needs to be a seamless employee experience across retained HR and shared service HR, sitting in different locations and still wanting to interact in a unified way. So this leads me, the technologist, to 4 conclusions, if you like. If I have such a diverse workforce, I need to offer them interaction capabilities across channels. Not just the phone, not just email, perhaps a good search, certainly chatbots these days, right? With Google Duplex around the corner. This comes with its own challenges. How do I ensure that if I answer an email or a chat with the same information content? And how do I make sure I access the knowledge in the various systems in the company? So it has to be integrated. And last but not least, these supposedly trivial inquiries, simple questions, tier 1 service requests, how can I automate that so I don't have to spend valuable HR service time on that? This is a very complicated picture, but that's our view of how you can integrate modern day intelligent automation technology in between the different types of users, the HR business partners, the employees interacting through different channels, and tap into the knowledge locked into all of your incumbent systems, your case management system, your employee master data, but also policies, learning managements, payroll, and certainly email, right? To make that a little bit more tangible, meet Lisa. She's one of those millennials, a junior sales manager attached to her iPhone. She, strangely enough, wants to know about the firm's retirement policies, right, already. And she's a chatbot type of person. And we have Mark, an engineer, about to retire, and he sits at his CAD station all day, and of course he wants to access this information through the portal, right? They both are looking for the same thing in totally different ways, and we need this intelligent automation integration layer to make sure that both get the same policy for their reference. So in closing, if those challenges I mentioned around employee demographics, the global footprint of companies, the scalability issues, if they resonate with you, then today now is really the moment that you could think about, you know, improving both the employee experience along the employee life cycle and at the same time the efficiency of your HR service organizations by deploying intelligent automation to especially the tier 1 HR service request that you're dealing with. Thank you very much for your attention.